back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. I know this isn't a great shot, but you know what? This is a longer wreath. We made it out of this Dollar Tree bunny wreath form that you can get at Dollar Tree. And we made this adorable wreath with tulips and greenery. So these are the tulips I used. I got them from Michael's. And honestly, I just went to the back of my storage area for crafts and picked out some greenery from Hobby Lobby. Okay, so what are you gonna need? You're gonna need one of these bunnies from Dollar Tree, and you can even get the bigger ones from Hobby Lobby. You're gonna need about 8 or 9 sets of the tulips. You're gonna need some sort of greenery that you have, and maybe you have some already in your storage and you have it from another craft, and just maybe your favorite ribbon and some zip ties. And I'm going to show you my little glue pot that I think is so nifty. So thank you for joining me, and let's make a really cute bunny wreath. Okay, so what are we going to use to make this cute little bunny tulip wreath? And I'm going to use a Dollar Tree just like a tinseled bunny form, and underneath you can see that there's a lot of plastic. And so all I would suggest doing is just get your scissors out and you just take off the tinsel. Now if you want to leave the tinsel on, go right ahead. You might like that look. I'm not going for that one with this wreath. And then you're just going to take the tinsel off like this, and it's going to be a little messy, but just remove all the tinsel away. And then you will be left with just the frame. Okay, see, even that little part, I had a little bit of a mess. So you have this plastic frame that's left. Now this came from Dollar Tree. I do know that Hobby Lobby sells like a bigger version of this as well. So if you wanted to make a bigger version, you could do that too. So basically the base of this bunny is going to be a greenery. Now what I did was I went shopping in my storage room where I have all this, and if you have some leftover greenery from other projects, I would really suggest that you use it, that you use what you have so that it's economically good for you to make this. I find that when I look online, the big beautiful tulip wreaths are astronomical in price, and they should be, and I'll tell you why they should be, because I know the people that are making them are spending easily $50 just in the tulips. That doesn't even begin with the wreath base, the ribbon, the time to make the wreath. So I love these tulips from Michael's, and we'll talk about those in a minute, but I wanted to kind of give you another option if you love tulips, and I have somebody in mind for this wreath because she loves tulips. But I wanted to kind of give you something to do with tulips, but maybe not break the bank if you're trying to make something for yourself, and something for Easter. Okay, so I just kind of cut off a piece. This actually came from Hobby Lobby, and again, every other week, this sort of thing is on sale for 50% off. So I went shopping in my storage room, and this is what I came out with. So I just cut a piece of the greenery, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to just take some 4-inch zip ties here, and I'm going to connect the base of where the greenery has one line, and then all the greenery comes off of it. I'm just going to go around here, and I'm just going to connect it around the frame with zip ties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut more strands off. Let me just show you what I mean when I say cut them off. This is the branch, and it just has lots of streams. I don't even know if you can see it. It has lots of branches, and I call them streams, but that's not really the correct wording. So if I pull one of these out, and I cut it at the base here, I'm going to cut 2, I think, at the same time. This is what I come up with, okay? Now, if you have some that aren't this long, you can still make this work, because you're just going to simply attach it to this middle frame of the bunny. So this middle plastic piece is what I'm going to attach it on. And I'm going to just go around this, and I will probably come back when it gets to the ears so that I can show you how I'm going to do the ears. So we're going to put the greenery on this one and on this one, and then we'll come back for the ears. Okay, so I put one layer here and then one layer here, kind of overlapped a little bit. So I want to show you, like down here, you can kind of see how this is covered a little bit more than this one. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to take some more of the greenery and kind of fill in some gaps where I kind of feel like we could use a little bit more greenery, because here's the issue. We don't want the frame to show. So I'm just going to put a few more of these zip ties. And if you wanted to use wire or even some pipe cleaners, you could do that. Like right here, I overlapped. I could cut this one off and overlap them just with one zip tie. So you might want to do something different than when I have done it here. You might want to just kind of lay it all out before you zip tie it down. I guess that's my point. Lay it all out, and then you can actually just use one zip tie instead of like two right here where I am adding. So you can just kind of double layer the stems, and then that way you can just save on your zip ties that way, okay? So, and then up here, I kind of feel like we need just a little bit more too. And if you wanted to get your glue gun out and add a little bit of glue here and there, go right ahead. You know, it's not going to hurt anything. So I'm going to take this shorter piece here and I'm going to just kind of slide the stem down underneath that frame. And then this way we pretty much have that frame covered for the most part, to kind of take in the tulips that we're going to be putting on. And you could use any type of flowers. You could get, I know Dollar Tree does like a crocus flower, and you could do that. If you're wanting to watch a Dollar Tree, like a tulip or crocus video, my friend Amber Dawn Riley at The Southern Girl Can has a video I think she put out last year. So you can check out her channel. I'll leave it below. And then I'm just going to keep doing this, and then we're going to work on the ears. Okay, so now we're going to work on the ears. Now with this, if you got this from Hobby Lobby, let's say, I know this is kind of showing you really close up, you could do several bunnies with this, at least two, if not more, depending on how much greenery you wanted to put on. For the ears, I just want to go straight up. I'm not going to like go around the ears themselves. So I'm just going to cut a piece. Let's see, that looks about right. That looks about good there. So I'm just going to cut a piece. And then I'm just going to make sure that I zip tie it to the little ears as well. If you haven't joined my crafting group on Facebook, it's called Wreath Creators and More. So you don't have to be a wreath maker to join. You could be a card maker. You could be, if you like a Cricut and you love to do transfers and all that sort of thing, you know, we'd love to have you. It's about the more. It's about creating beautiful crafts and working in that area. So I'm going to add this other piece here. But I kind of feel like it's a little sparse. So I'm going to cut off another piece because it looks a little sparse. And then what you can do is you can trim the greenery to make it the length that you want, to make sure that, you know, the ears aren't like, you know, one's longer than the other, like I have right here right now. You can trim that down. And then also, I think at the end of this, you might find some spots you might want to add a few more pieces of greenery, and you could just use your glue gun to add it and kind of stuff it in the bulk of what we have already done. So like right here, I'm going to cut out, let's see here, I want to cut this out, okay, to kind of make it a little bit fairer, more evenly distributed, I guess is a good word to put it. So, but I just think this will be a really cute Easter wreath. I also think it's cute for spring. You know, keep it out for the whole month of March and April. Why not? So, all right. So now we're going to get to the tulips. I kind of feel like there's a spot here that I think I'm going to add a little bit more greenery here. So I'm going to add a little bit more and I'll come back. So let's talk about the tulips. These came from the Michael's Craft Store. Wherever you are if you have a different version of the tulips, I think it will work. These are a little bit on the smaller side, and these are kind of popular in the crafting community, let's say. So what I want to do is you can get about, 7 to 8 little bunches off of one strand. And the key is to purchase these when they are on sale at Michael's, because like right now, I don't know if this will have a price on it. Yeah. So right now, the US price is $3.99 for a stem. So when I got these, they were like half off, and then they were another 30% off. And I believe I paid like $1.30 something per stem. So this was a good deal. All right. So don't pay $4 a stem, because that's what makes this so expensive. And that's why, you know, when you make a really big tulip wreath, you're going to need a lot of these. If you got them on sale, say for $2 a thing, you probably purchased 25 stems of these. So it can really add up really quick. So that's why I'm trying to add something different that you can do, but do it with tulips and greenery to kind of fill in the gap there for you. So all I did was I have all of my tulips cut in the little different sections. And so what I do is these usually are down farther, and I just push them up. So let me kind of demonstrate that for you. See how that stem is down? I'm just going to push that up, and I'm going to cut it. So I have like a variation of pink and yellow with just all pink. So what I want to do is I want to kind of switch them out. So because I have the greenery on, you can do zip ties. If you want to use zip ties to put these all on your bunny wreath, you could definitely do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little glue pot. Now, I do talk about my Amazon affiliate shop. I will list the link below in the comments and in the description box. But you can get one of these little melting pots, and they're just really simple. Now, if you're a heavy-duty crafter that makes like 30 big floral wreaths a month, this is probably not the best option for you. But for me, because I don't use florals a lot, this is a really good option. So I'm just going to dip the end in it, and it puts just enough glue, and you will get some strings, and that's okay. So I'm just going to put it in the greenery, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way around, and I'm going to make sure I go in the same direction. So here's one of the pink, and then one of the yellow and pink. So by putting that greenery, we kind of created an area where we have somewhere to put the glue, if that makes sense. Before, you would have had to use zip ties. If you just use the tulips, you're definitely going to just use the zip ties. But here we're going to be able to use the greenery, okay? That's probably a little bit too much glue there, but that's all right. We'll make it work. All right, and you're just going to slide it in, and then you're just going to work with your petals. And I like the extra greenery that I have here, and I just think it looks really pretty. So tell me, do you have any favorite spring craft that you have made or that you love to make? What reminds you of spring? What reminds me of the spring is the smell of grass growing. I know that sounds weird. And when the smell is in the air, it's like it gets rid of winter for me, if that makes any sense. And we live in Michigan, so we have a lot of winter here in Michigan. So I really like it when things are starting to grow. What's funny for me is, you know, I can make really pretty flower wreaths, but don't ask me to like plant flowers and keep them growing in my yard. I have no green thumb. I have a hard time. So anyway, so I'm just going to keep going with this process. I probably need to cut some more of these, of this color. And I'm going to do the first, and then I'm going to come back, and then we're going to start on the second part of our wreath. Okay, so I've got the bottom part already in here, and I add a little bit more probably tulips than you would need to, but I kind of like that fuller look. So now we're going to do the center, the face. So I'm going to just keep doing the same thing. And if you're curious about the pot, all you do is you press down on the glue stick, and then the glue just melts out into it. So again, I want to keep the same direction with the direction of the tulips or the flower. So if I put it in this way, I just want to make sure I keep the petals going that way. So let's see, trying to make sure my colors are right and all of that good stuff. You're not going to need, I don't think I'll make it quite as full because I want to make sure that you can tell this is a bunny. So that's kind of the dilemma that you're going to have when you make this, but I think it'll be really cute. So I'm just going to keep adding some more of these. I really like the fact that I don't have to pick up my glue gun, even though it's cordless, you know, but you don't have to keep, you know, putting glue on each piece. You just dip it in. So that's what makes the little glue pot really easy. And that's what I like about it. And they're not very expensive. So, and you're going to have glue strands, but you know, you're going to clean that up at the end anyway. So, and I'm thinking that this might be a little bit too much greenery for the face. So I'm going to just simply cut a few of these leaves off so that you can see the tulips a little bit more. And I just cut off a tulip there. So what do? You put some glue on it and you stick it in there. It'll be all right. So, yeah. And then I'm going to put, I think I want to put one right here. And then we're going to work on the ears. Okay, so now let's work on the ears here. And I did cut these just a tad bit longer because I wanted to have a little bit more room. So I'm going to try to keep these pretty similar because they are both side by side here. But I am going to try to kind of have them go out a little bit so that that you get the appearance that this is supposed to be an ear, okay? Because when you look at it, I don't want people to miss that this is a bunny wreath. That's my point. So you're just going to add some on both sides, and you might want to get out some zip ties for this area a little bit. We'll see if I need them or not. Almost running out of glue there. I need to add another stick. So kind of play with those tulips. Push down that glue. You can see it. It just kind of oozes right out. It's really cool. All right, so we've got that and that. I'm just going to add some more. All in all, I used about, probably 8 to 9 of these. You know, I probably could have done less. So at $1.35, I think is what I ended up paying. That's not too bad. So what is that? It's about $13, I think, on the tulips. I already had the greenery stuff in there, but I think it's really cute. I do think I want to make a bow, though, to kind of give it some definition so that it's right here. So let me go find some ribbon and we will make a bow for it. Okay, so now let's make a bow. All I have is the white, so that's what I'm going to do. I don't have a lot of spring colors in my ribbon collection. It's mostly Christmas and buffalo plaid. So we're going to make it work with what we have. So I'm just going to take a length of about, I want to say I take about 9 to 10 inches. And that's where I'm going to just gather it there. And then I'm going to make a loop. And I want that loop to be about 3 inches in length here. So that's about 3 inches, maybe a little bit more, and that's okay. So I make a loop, okay? So you have your tail. This is still connected to the ribbon. So I'm going to make another loop, and I'm going to meet back at that spot where I have my fingers holding it, okay? Then I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to make another loop, and I want it to be about the same size. All right. I'm going to twist it or pinch it, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to make one more loop over here. Okay, and now I have a 4-looped bow. So I'm going to pull this one in a little bit. If you want all your loops to be just like perfect, I would recommend Pro Bow the hand. I have one of those. It's in my Amazon shop. You can use that if you'd like. It's a great product. So you're just going to take your chenille stem, you're going to go over it, and you're just going to twist it in the back. So now I'm going to work it and make it the way I want it, okay? So I'm going to take it now and I'm going to cut my other tail. Let's see. And then I'm going to make them, try to make them about equal here. And I just want to look at it. And at this point, you can still kind of move it a little bit. And then you've got a nice, just a simple bow. It's not real technical. It doesn't have a lot of colors in it, but I kind of don't feel like we need it because this wreath has so many colors in it. So I'm just going to run it through where the neck would be on our bunny. Okay, I'm going to twist it over here, and I'm going to try to go through all that greenery. There we go. Pull it through. And do the same thing on the other side, okay? All right. Now, if you have a bow maker and you have some really pretty ribbon, make a beautiful bow, okay? But we're just gonna keep it simple. And I'm not gonna, as you can see, I'm not gonna pull that, I'm not gonna yank it all the way. I just want it, and actually I want this to go underneath. So it goes around both of the necks, so it's centered, okay? I want that bow to sit on top of those tulips. All right, and if I'm going to hang it, I'm just gonna hang it sitting on this part of the wreath form. I don't even need to put a hanger on this one. So see, our bow got a little smushed. And it did go down there a little bit, but not too much. And I just kind of feel like that gives it a little bit of some definition and kind of brings out that this is a bunny wreath. So let's see, let's put it this way. Try to give you guys a closer angle so you can see, but it's kind of hard to get the right angle because I film with my phone, guys, so I'm not that technical, so I appreciate your patience with me. Now this looks, look how long, look how, that's a big difference. So I gotta fix that. Oops, gotta go this way. So just pay attention to those little details. Sometimes, you know, you got to take care of that. So listen, if you've made it this far in my video, number one, thank you for watching. I know I tell you guys that in every video. I appreciate your time because you watching me make a wreath or a project is your time is valuable to me. So thank you. Number two, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I need your help to get to 10,000 followers over there, and I would love it if you would follow me. The link will be down in the description box below. Number three, join me on Facebook on my business page and my wreath group called Wreath Creators and More. Link is in the description below. Also, you will find all the supply list is down below. My Amazon affiliate shop is down there. Anywhere I like to shop, I usually put down there. And listen, have a beautiful day and leave me some sunshine or maybe flowers, or if you can find a tulip emoji, leave it in the comments below. And we will see you next time on Julie's Wreath Boutique.